The Fraudify fraud control app will send fraud alert emails and/or text messages to your staff for any new order that your Shopify store has identified as a fraud risk. Setup is quick and easy. To get started, click Add Fraud Alert Recipient inside the app's Fraud Alert Recipients tab. Then, fill in the alert recipient's name, their email address if email alerts are desired, and their mobile phone number if text message alerts are desired. Note that mobile phone numbers should be entered using international format. For email alerts, you may specify that the recipient be part of the email's to carbon copy or blind carbon copy recipient list, and you may also specify paused to temporarily stop sending email alerts to the recipient. For text message alerts, you must specify either yes or no. In this case, John will receive both email alerts and text message alerts. Finally, click Save to save the recipient's preferences. Let's click the button Add Fraud Alert Recipient again to add another alert recipient. In this case, we'll set up Mary to receive email alerts only and as a carbon copy recipient. Because she does not want to receive text message alerts, you do not have to specify a mobile phone number for her. Once you click Save, you may continue to add other recipients if you like. If you ever need to make changes to a recipient, including deleting a recipient, simply click on their entry in the Fraud Alert Recipients list to do so. You may also wish to customize how the Fraudify fraud control app behaves when a fraud alert is raised by Shopify for a new order. To do so, click on Settings in the app's menu. One of the features built into the fraud alert emails that are sent to your staff is that they contain a special link that your staff may use to pre-populate an email to the customer if they wish to contact the customer directly to verify the order. This customer email is customizable using the Customer Email Settings panel. Both the email subject and body text may be changed to your liking, and in both cases, you may include dynamic text indicators that will be substituted with appropriate information about the shop, customer, and order when constructing the email. In the Fraud Text Alert Settings panel, you may also customize what the text message alerts will look like. This customization also supports limited dynamic text substitution. It is likely best to leave the text message format like it is by default, as we know that messages of this form get delivered consistently, and it is possible to add language that seems innocuous to you but may negatively impact delivery. Note that our text message alert service automatically appends reply stop to unsubscribe to the end of text message alerts as required by our carrier. You may also specify whether or not the Fraudify fraud control app should automatically cancel a new order that has been assessed as a fraud risk. You have the flexibility to handle medium and high fraud risk orders differently in this respect, using the medium fraud risk order settings panel and the high fraud risk order settings panel, respectively. If you choose to have fraud risk orders auto-canceled, you may also specify whether the canceled order should be refunded at the same time, which is recommended, and whether Shopify's built-in order canceled email template should be invoked to send an email to the customer to notify them of the cancellation. Lastly, in the test mode panel, you can turn on test mode in order to make sure the email and text alerts that you've set up are working properly without having to wait for Shopify to assess an order as a fraud risk. When you turn on test mode, the very next order that hits your store will result in configured email and text alerts being sent for that order. Test mode is then immediately turned back off to prevent further test alerts being sent. Make sure to click Save at the top of the page if you make any changes to the app settings. Let's quickly use the app menu to see that our fraud alert recipients and app settings changes have been saved properly. Looks good. Now sit back and enjoy the newfound control you have over fraud risk orders with Fraudify Fraud Control on the job.